Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mickstar, and this is my recap of Cold Steel 3. I had to get the words out then because yeah, this is just in preparation for me to actually play Cold Steel 4. I finally got it. It's a bit late, but it's still going to play through it. Still going to enjoy the game as I did the other three. But as I said, the recap, I'm going to do a little bit on the beginning, some towards the middle, and then a lot towards the end because I think that's kind of where like the story's going to pick up from in 4. I don't know how long the time skip is going to be, but there technically should be one. But then again, it doesn't look like there can be one. I don't know. But yeah, okay. Start the game. New school, new city, and starting from there. So I don't know. I kind of found it a bit weird for. Well, at the beginning when you first play it, it's about, I'm not sure on the exact number, 15 to 20 students in the new school. And yeah, the school building is the size of 4's. So yeah, and there's only 3 classes. So that's another thing. A whole giant building, 3 classes. That's it. Yeah, it's but then again, with what they do with it, is basically everyone goes on the field exercises. I think that's what they were called because they changed them from field studies. It was basically just from what Class 7 was doing in the first one, and then they just had to improvise in the second. Yeah, well that's around the start. Then we have further into the game, which I started to have my problems with a PlayStation 4 not allowing them to be recorded. Which was basically every time George showed up, but after he revealed who he actually is. Which is a bit weird. Just because George is going by the name Georg, I think it is, none of that can be recorded. Or it could have been music that was in it, I'm not sure. As I said, it's been a while. But yeah, and as well, and apparently he has killed Angelica. Yeah, I don't think so. Because basically when they wasn't in the academy, didn't they have a little bit of a thing going between them? I'm not sure. Maybe, maybe not. I looking too much. I see too much. But yeah, going on from that. Basically, this is where the big bulk of it is, where a lot of it didn't record, which was basically outside of the royal villa. Everything out of there, where a big fight between the the factions, the school, the what would the enforcers, I think it was, and I can't remember it, but big clash between them could not be recorded. Aye, but still, you get the point. Then everything else within could be. It's kind of a step up from Final Fantasy VII, which none of Final Chapter could be recorded at all on the PlayStation. At least you had some gameplay. And then we have towards the end. okay, a lot of stuff happened. Like, if I don't know if this is gonna either they could have got out of it or maybe not. But on the Crimson, flying in from the Crimson Wings was the end. Was Kovo, uh, Prince Oliver, and Victor Acid. Those three on the ship coming down, and then the ship got destroyed. So I don't know. Maybe those three are dead, or maybe they got out of it somehow, or got blew somewhere else. I'm not sure. But maybe it did go in that way that this is their final moments in here. So maybe. And yeah, there was talking about a weapon being made, which was going to be Altina that was going to be the weapon. But basically, at the end, Millie decided not to, pushed her out the way, took a hit from the big beast that we'll find at the end. Well, got hit because it went through shield and Erigatlum, but and yeah, basically faded away, turned into a big giant sword, and then Reen went batshit crazy and kicked its butt, destroyed it. And that was the third fight that I didn't get to record. The first two we got to fight, and I got to record. And the third one I didn't when Reen went batshit crazy. Yeah, and then after that, a big fog or something spread across the whole continent and probably the world, which I say brings everyone's negative emotions towards to the surface, or they act on them. Because there were some people that weren't affected by it, but also kind of going back. And this is also like another thing that a problem that I had with it is that it was too short. Too short for multiple reasons. Each chapter they tried to cram way too much in. The whole thing was short because it was only 6 chapters. The epilogue and the 5 months, which it ends on the 5th month. So yeah, too short in that regard. And as well, as like in the first one, where you got Millie and Crow, when there was about 4 chapters left. Basically, in this one, you only got, well, yeah, same again, you got 2. You got Muse and you got Crow, and you got Ash. How was I going to say Crow? But Muse and Crow. Oh, seriously, I'm doing it again. Muse and Ash. And basically, you only got to play with Ash for 1 chapter. What was the point? And yeah, Muse we got to play with 2 chapters. That was it. What was the point in bringing them in? Basically, just don't have them in, and then bring them into the 4th game. That would have made better sense. Because how are you going to get a relationship with those 2 when you barely got to know them throughout the whole game? You never got to build a relationship with them. And somehow you're supposed to get your friendship with them up to get a trophy. Yeah. It is doable, but it's still there's no point. Really? Too short. those two threw in for no reason. You could have just had them in from the start, because then there'll be 5 members in Class 7, not 3 at the beginning, which was Una, Altina, and Kurt. And Reen obviously is the instructor. But yeah. And the whole reason he wasn't in Chapter 5 was basically because that kind of like fog, which I was telling you about, with that monster when it was killed, that divine beast, was after it got corrupted and killed. Some of that, before that even started, was kind of infected him somehow, and he kind of got the king. I can't remember his name. No, I can't remember his name. Got him, and yeah, that is basically the whole reason he wasn't in it, because he was arrested. But at the end of chapter 5, basically the instructors got him out, but we still didn't get to use him. And then at the end, so going back towards the end now, was after Reen destroyed that fully corrupted beast that happened. Yeah, Osborn in a Divine Knight basically probably kidnapped Reen. So how many Divine Knights are they? Because 6 have been revealed, right? And we've also found out what that knitted scar on Reen's chest is. Apparently it's Osborn's heart, which he put into Reen, because Reen lost his in like an incident. So basically going off with that, what do the Divine Knights do? Do they allow their pilot to live forever because of, like, the Steel Maiden? She's still alive from back during that great war that happened centuries or decades ago. Yeah, centuries ago. Is she still around? Or does it turn them into walking corpses? What do they do? But then again, the person who founded the Force Academy, he isn't in this situation because he has actually died. So I don't know. Are they walking corpses, not allowed to die, or is just Valamar the only one who can't do that? Because of how his legend goes. First to rise, last to fall. But technically with that, he don't know if when he gets a pilot you class that as rising, or basically it was the first one made and basically he's gonna survive when everyone else is all the others have been destroyed. I don't know. I don't know what it means. But yeah, as Backbot was saying, I'm pretty sure it's 6 of the Divine Knights with a pilot have already been shown. Don't know if there's actually any more. There's Reen and his Osborn. That's why he hasn't got a heart and he's still alive. That's why I was kind of saying it. And basically because he was shot in the heart once before, or because it wasn't there, and I don't know. So Reen, Osborn, the Steel Maiden, Fro, the Jaeger King, and Cedric were all there well, those five were there, and then Reem was kind of held in a grip, and probably he's going to get kidnapped, and we're going to go save him. I'm not fully sure on that until I actually start playing it, so I can actually know what's going to be the initial beginning bit. So yeah, hopefully I can actually play that soon. Which actually I will. I'll be able to start playing it the next day, tomorrow. But yeah, as I said, a recap, and I think that's the major points which I want to talk about in that. But then again, if you want to hear like more on this with when I was actually playing it, just probably watch my last one on this when I was playing it. So basically, it's fresh in my memory, so you can see. But throughout the whole thing, three issues that I had with it. They cramped way too much in each chapter to make it as long as possible. Too short, and I don't know how many people have picked up on this, but they couldn't get years right. Well, the passage of time that's gone, because it's 3 years from the second one to the third one, but either they couldn't get years right, or they didn't know NIS, didn't do enough research and know Toa's age in the first two games. Because she's 15 there, which then 3 years later she's 18, but I am positively sure it is 6 years and another issue from something that happened in the first first Cold Steel 1 and 2, something that went in there. It was said 6 years, and also I'm pretty sure she does say that she's at drinking age, which is 21, which she does. No, she doesn't say that. She says she's in the 20s. No, you're not. You're in your late teens. You're 18. Did the NIS not do enough research on it? But it's just one slight thing to overlook. But it doesn't take away anything, but just a little nitpick that I had every single time it come up. So, I'm in my 20s. No, you're not. You're 18. 6 years have passed since this incident. No, it's not. It's only been 3. Yeah. But yeah, that's my recap, and then a little issues that I had with it, as like I did at the end of the other video. But yeah, all that done, I can finally move on to 4. I can finally start playing it. I can finally start knowing the story, everything in it. And oh yeah, I have one more thing. Because I've heard that I've seen some scenes as well with recurring characters from the past Legend of Heroes games, like basically all the old ones. What Estelle, Joshua, and all them. I wonder. I know Josette is doing a parcel company, but are we going to get to play with her as the character? Because he kind of did in Skylar Third, but I don't know. Maybe not, but I'll find out. We'll all find out. But yeah, that is going to be it. So finally move on to the game. No more guessing and just waiting until I hear something. Then again, I'm staying away from spoilers, so I'm going into it completely blind. Well, apart from a few images, but that doesn't tell you anything. So yeah, I'm going to end this here. So if you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe, go for notifications, comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.